The gospel of the Lord. I've had a lot of impacting moments in my life in 1990, and I've shared some of these stories before, thoughts, but in 1990, I had to do what was called a CPE, a clinical pastoral experience, and I served in a hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. It was called Bon Secours Hospital. Now, it was a Catholic hospital, but it primarily, catered to 99% African Americans and 99% non-Catholic. I had asked for an experience that was going to challenge me. I didn't want it to be easy, and because it was new to me. And so I got assigned right away to the oncology unit, and I remember the first several weeks, going through all the training, and they're just kind of teaching you how to meet with people, and how to talk to people, and things like that. And I thought I had it down. I did. I thought I was going to be all right at this. Okay. And I remember when they finally put us out onto the floor. I kind of had my little routine that I was going to do, and just kind of make my rounds, and go to the different patients. And I remember going into this one room, and there were two African-American gentlemen sitting there in the room. And I went up to the first one, and of course they said, my name is Ron, and I'm from the pastoral care department, and just wanted to say hi and introduce myself, and see if there's anything that you might need. And the guy just looked at me and just said, well, hi, and I'm good. And at that moment, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to do good at this. This is going to be a challenge. This is going to be a struggle. I'm not going to save lives here. And I just remember, I just got very nervous at that point. And so I just kind of shuffled over to the next bed, and there's a gentleman there sitting there. And, you could tell he had lost quite a bit of weight. He had something protruding just in the abdomen area, and you could tell he was suffering quite a bit. And I went up to them, just said, hi, my name's Ron, I'm from the pastoral care department, and just wanted to see if you needed anything, And all of a sudden, this big smile came over his face, and just like this, he reaches out next to him where there was a chair next to his bed. He pulled it over, and he slapped it down, and he said, sit down, boy. He says, I'm going to teach you how to talk to people about Jesus, And little did I know at that moment, I was sitting with the Reverend Eugene Griffith, a Southern Black Baptist minister. And let me tell you, I learned a lot in that experience in the hospital. I learned a lot in the sessions with the different chaplains, but I learned more sitting with him every week. I went to school for the next 3 months because he didn't leave the hospital. He was there for the next 3 months. And I used to visit him. I was there 3 days a week, and I used to visit him every single day. And he would just go through and tell me his story of his life, and just challenge me to get out there and just talk to people about Jesus. And I just remember going through the journey, and he had a volleyball-sized tumor in his stomach. He wasn't going home to his house. He was going home, but not home to his house. And he was just a man that was just filled with joy. You would have never thought that he was in the pain that he was in. And I can just remember always asking him, Reverend Eugene, you should be angry right now. You're in so much pain. Your life is being taken away from you. It just doesn't make sense that, you're just full of joy. You always have this smile on your face. I said, why? I can just remember him telling me as plain as day. He just said, you know what, Ron? He says, I'm going to come face to face with Jesus pretty soon. He says, that's what I live my life for. That's what I live my life for. And he says, I'm not trying to hurry it up. But he says, I can't wait, because that's what my Lord promised to me. When I read the scriptures, he tells me, if I believe, that's where it's going to be. And I still remember that December day when he went home to the Lord. I had stopped in, and I knew he wasn't going to probably make it through the day. He couldn't speak. His eyes were open a little bit. And I remember, going to him. I just said, hey, Reverend Eugene. I said, and I had a hard time talking because I knew it was going to be probably the last time I saw him. I just said, tell Jesus I said hi. And I just remember him giving me the thumbs up just like that. And I left his room, and then I had to go on to do my rounds. And in those days, we carried the pagers and so forth, and I remember getting that page, and it was that page that had that code in it that I knew what had happened. And I remember just going to a place on that floor, wherever I was at. I just sat there for a moment, and I cried. But I just thought, oh my gosh, he is where he believes he was going to be. He's standing face to face with Jesus. I mean, I was just filled with chills. And I just remember just thinking, I need to be there. I need to be at that same spot of belief. I don't know, every day I challenge myself. And I think it's important that we challenge ourselves too. You know, that we listen to these words where Jesus says, look, I'm the resurrection. If you believe in me, you're always going to live. You know, it's hard when somebody leaves because there's an emptiness, there's a hole. You know, I've lost all four of my grandparents, you know, but two I was very close with. And then, of course, 2 years ago, I lost, my mother. And it leaves a big hole, one that can't ever be filled. But my gosh, I just keep living every day just thinking they're walking with Jesus. They're walking what we believe, what we hope for one day. I know it's not easy. Because we miss a person. That's the human side of us. The human side of us still hurts. The human side of us still mourns. But I just think it's a celebration. Because that's where we will be one day too. We have to have that hope. He tells us this. I guess we have to ask ourselves, what do we believe? What do we believe?